Hi there, I'm Dr. Karen Shanks, and welcome back to our Healing Life series. Today we taste the path. What's our path to healing, and what are the steps? Of course, everyone's path is unique to who they are, but we share core aspects of what a successful path looks like. And this is where we're heading today, to begin to taste the path. If you've been following the Our Healing Life series, you know we've established our new story of healing, that the body isn't wrong. Right? This is our starting premise. And without this perspective, we end up on a search and destroy and suppress symptoms endless loop rather than a path towards sustainable root cause level healing. And we have our dynamic principles of the human body that are based on powerful science and common sense life school experience to inspire and support us on our healing path. And these are that the primary urge of the human body, just like all of nature, is to heal. And our human bodies are innately wise. And finally, we have our big assignment that's based on these principles, to learn to heal well. And, the healing's a given, but it's up to us to activate our true healing potential. Okay, so now what? How do we harness these to reverse our pain, suffering, and illness? How do we carve out a healing path inspired by these foundational principles of being human? I see three foundational personal attributes that will allow us to seek and imagine and activate the healing path that's best suited for us and what each of us needs. And these are what we're going to work on today. These are self-awareness, okay? We must learn to become self-aware, self-compassion, and safety, okay? And then self-agency. Once we establish practices to develop these skills, or in sync with them, we can work on those aspects of healing that lead to what we're all after. Resilience, the strength, energy, and adaptability as humans to face all of life's challenges and to resolve our unmet needs that have led to pain, suffering, and illness. Okay, let's break these down. Okay, let's break down the three personal healing activators right now, and the next two we're going to dive in next time. So let's start with self-awareness. How do we know where, what, or how to heal if we're not paying attention, right? How do we even know we need to heal? How can we track and hold realistic expectations for our progress if we're not paying attention? How do we know ourselves or anyone else at all if we're not paying attention, right? It's logic. It's just simple logic. So it's important to understand that if this is something you're not good at, you're not alone. Many of us are not good at self-observation. And this is just not something that our culture or our families of origin have tended to teach us. In our culture, we're not taught to live in present time. We're taught to trust our heads, not our hearts. We're taught to react, not ponder, wonder, or ask questions. We're taught to go fast and be loud, not to quietly contemplate. And we're taught to work hard and toil to exhaustion to prove our worth, not rest and recover and reassess. We're also taught to accept the dominant narratives of our tribes rather than understand and trust our own sensibilities about the truth. So first things must come first. If we're going to progress in any aspect of our healing and growth as humans, we must become our own witnesses and cultivate self-awareness. No food plan or savvy supplement regimen or any healing plan on the planet will help you for long without developing and practicing self-awareness. So how? This isn't rocket science, so let's practice this together right now. You probably do this in certain aspects of your life, and you also may be an old pro, and I'm preaching to the choir, and that's okay. But let's practice this right now in the context of your healing. So let's first get quiet. We're going to get quiet and become our own witnesses. So find a place to sit or stand quietly. We're going to do this together right now, but my hope is that you will find a little bit of time to work on this every day. And just a few minutes is a great place to start. We'll use our breath. I want you to place your hands over your chest so that you can feel the rise and fall of your chest rhythmically with your breath. Breathe slowly and deeply in and out of your body, filling your whole chest, and then your belly, and feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. Let the world around you just fall away. Let your worries fall away. Take just a moment to sink into yourself with your breath. Focus on your breath. Focus your full attention on your breath and the sensations of your chest rising and falling. As you continue to breathe, soften. Soften your body, soften your mind, soften all your stories and your thoughts. Breathe and soften and feel yourself melt just a little to create space inside you. Feel any sharp edges there might be, sort of just soften and fade away, okay? And stay curious. As you focus on your breathing, your chest rising and falling, your body and mind softening, stay curious about all the sensations of your body. Stay curious about any feelings. Let them flow. Feel and experience everything in your body without judgment. This is you in present time. This is you as your witness. And you did this in the span of a minute. As your witness, you cultivate your most important tool on the healing path, self-awareness. Practice this every day. Set a timer for just the amount of time that you feel comfortable with at first. Gradually build on the practice by adding time. You can add other breath or meditation styles. You can use the multitude of meditation apps out there that are designed to support you. The most important part of this practice is that you're anchoring yourself into present time, away from the past and the future, creating a habit of quiet self-observation, reflection, breathing, softening, feeling, and curiosity without judgment. Okay, let's go on to the second attribute, which is self-compassion and safety. Okay, you've just learned how to anchor yourself in present time and to be your witness and develop self-awareness. To heal, we must also create a container of compassion and safety for ourselves. And this goes hand in hand with what we just practiced. The science is very clear that the biology of trauma, high anxiety, and persistent high stress levels puts the brakes on healing. It adds to pain, suffering, and illness. The antidote to the biology of trauma, anxiety, and persistent stress is compassion and a sense of safety. And realize we're all traumatized. We're all stressed. And this is part of being a human being with emotional sensitivity. It's part of having been a child raised by parents who weren't given the owner's manual. Am I right? And the world has never been so stressful. Self-compassion is not what we're taught by a culture that compares and shames outliers to the accepted norms, that inspires fierce competition among us and drops us into one-size-fits-all silos for success. A whole bunch of us just don't fit in, and it's all too easy to blame ourselves. So what can we do? We practice compassion and we create a container of safety for ourselves. Let's keep it very simple and add compassion to our Get Quiet, Become Your Witness exercise. So sink back into yourself for just a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply, soften, stay curious, and be quietly and gently aware of all your feelings and sensations in your body. And now let's add the love. Compassion is really just love in action. It's a point of view and a practice. Place your hands firmly over your midsection, one hand over your heart, one over your solar plexus, and press firmly like you mean it. This is you. This is your core. This is your strength. This is your great, big, gorgeous heart. And then let these words wash over you. I am in this moment okay with myself just the way I am. I give myself permission to be my whole, true, authentic self without judgment, without blame or shame. I forgive all my shortcomings and humanness. In fact, I celebrate them. Because when I look at them through the lens of love and compassion, I see this beautiful human stepping up, doing her best, learning and growing. I am love. With each breath, I activate love within me. I let love guide and protect me. I let love blow open the endless possibilities before me for healing. I let love be my mantra. Love, love, love. All right, that was awesome. Okay, let's go on to self-agency. This is a big one. We are challenged to know what we know and trust what we know. In the face of powerful, authoritative social institutions that operate with narratives about healing that put us at a disadvantage, that keep us helpless and afraid, that make us distrust our own wisdom about what our bodies need. In the face of mainstream medicine's approach that saves lives in the short term but does not look to the future with sustainable root cause level healing strategies, if we are to activate our new vision of what healing is and the vast untapped potential that can be ours, we are called upon to find our power. What do I mean? To trust what we know, to speak, teach, and act on what we believe. First with ourselves, then with our communities, then further with the rest of the world. This is such a tall order. Our assignment is clear, but it's so hard. And there's only one reason an entire generation, multiple generations, learned to not trust itself. Trauma. What other possible reason can there be for humans to outright deny the truth of what they know? Okay? Trauma and its biology are facts of all our lives. It's how we're intrinsically wired to stay safe and alive. It has its roots in our earliest ancestors, whose book of life we carry in our own genes and whose stories we carry in our minds. Our genetic expression and personal biology are further amplified by the intergenerational trauma not one of us has escaped, though we may have never known to call it that. It's just how it is, how things have always been, and part of our hard life. So we're all traumatized. We all live according to the dictates of the trauma-based stories of our families, cultures, and the entire world that we're connected to. It colors everything. And when we live these narratives without scrutiny of their value to our growth and evolution, we remain disempowered and stuck. So this is our call as humans on a growth trajectory, to heal, to reclaim our personal agency, to reckon with our trauma. So let's sink into ourselves just one more time. I want you to stand or sit with strength. Own your moment with your beautiful deep breaths. Soften your moment, soften your body, soften your stories. Stay curious, be your compassionate witness. Create this safe space within you now, in present time, to scrutinize every narrative. Even our deepest held beliefs need the occasional upgrade. And let your gorgeous feelings flow, your wisdom, the truth of your body, honor them all. Bless your fear and let it flow. Then use your powerful words, or just let these words wash over you. I can heal. I can direct my healing to my own advantage. I am free to trust my wisdom, to trust the wisdom within me. I am free to breathe release fear and anxiety, and stay curious about my challenges. I am free to widen my gaze from my present circumstances to the larger reality of possibilities. I am free to imagine a world that is safe. I am free to imagine my life and the infinite possibilities for healing I can tap into. I am free to believe in my own genius. I am free to trust myself and know what to do. I accept my soul's assignment to heal. Whew. Okay. Thank you. My gosh, we're a bunch of badasses now, right? Okay. I love you all, my fierce warrior comrades in this healing life. Come back and see me for our next installment of our Healing Life series when we dive into the healing domains of resilience and resolving unmet needs. I am so grateful that you're here to share this healing life with me. Take care.